the Facebook group afterwards. For those of you that I have not had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is DJ Barton, one of your co-founders of Levarti, and we are incredibly thankful and grateful for each and every one of you guys for jumping on today. I know all over the world, it's different time zones. You guys could be doing a million different things. And so first and foremost, congratulations to you. I was taught at a very young age in my business career that 90% of success is just showing up, right? It's the hardest part of working out is actually going from your house to the gym. Once you get to the gym, I'm sure we all agree that's pretty easy to work out, but it's just getting there. And so you guys are here, you're committed to your future, to your goal. And so I just wanted to recognize that with you guys today. We've got an incredible lineup. We've got a ton of information. We are making some significant headway in our products, in our systems, in our vision. When I share with you guys early on that we know where we're going to be in November, where we're going to be by the first of the year, by March 1st, by the end of next year, the next 5 and 10 years, like Jake, Bart, myself, and the leaders, we know where this is going. It's already happened. We're just waiting for it all to catch up to our own reality. Like we're without 100% certainty, we know exactly where we're going. So if you got some affiliates that are not on here yet, send them a quick text reminder and have them jump on, because we've got a lot of information to unpack for you guys today. But before I introduce our first speaker, I just want to do some quick housekeeping. It's very important in order for us to continue growing at the rate that we are, and even much further and a much faster and accelerated way. I just want you guys to know that every major successful sports franchise all run the same place, right? They all beat to the same drum. They know exactly what they're doing, where they're going. My wife and I went to a high school football game yesterday, and they practice, play, rewind all week long to make sure their plays are spot on down to the second. They're so precise on what they're doing, but that's why they're some of the best teams in the league. And so I want you to have that same understanding with your business with Levarti. So whenever I personally enroll people, the first thing I do is plug them into our Facebook community. So if you're not in there, make sure you're in there. There's a couple questions you got to answer, because we're only letting paid affiliates in this group, because we've got the gold in here. We've got the cookies in here that everybody wants. So just know if you don't answer the questions, you're not getting in. But so you got to make sure you answer them. It's important to do so. But the first thing I do when I get somebody in is I tag them in the welcome video, which is right here. And you guys can see when we tag people in here, and all I do to tag them, for those of you that don't know what tagging means, is I just do the @ sign, and then I just start typing the person's name, and then I have something that I do with people. Whoops, I did it more than once because I'm so excited. But and I give them a call to action in the tag, and then I send it to them, and then I have them watch the first 4 videos in guide number 2. All right, guide number 2 is our launch system, and then I have them report back to me. That's their homework. Okay, now I know 4 videos to some of you probably just got overwhelmed saying, wow, that's a lot of videos. It's not, because it's combined less than 35 minutes of information. But again, if you treat this like a hobby, it's going to cost you money. If you treat this like a biz, it's going to make you profitable. And in here, you want to go through guide 1. One of the important things that I always want to point out to you guys too, because I know it's very easy to reach out to me, Korrine, Sloppy, Jake, Bart, and ask little simple questions. In order for us to continue the growth, I really want to just point out 3 things on this guide number 1 first. Is anything related to travel, your bookings, questions on travel, you want to email travel@golovarti.com. Okay, that's first and foremost. I know Jake's getting bombarded with a lot of different emails. I mean, he had one the other day that comes to mind where somebody booked a hotel or some sort, then they called him and wanting him to switch the hotel because they wanted to go to a different hotel because one of the amenities was shut down during the week they were going there. That's not Jake's duty, by the way. All right. His duty is to grow the company. That's a support question. I just want to point that out. I know it's obvious, but I just want to make that very clear. Anything related to your logins or your affiliate account, you want to go to member affiliate support at support@golevarti.com. And then anything related to your commissions, you want to go to support@masspay.io. That's a third-party payout company. So I want to make sure that, because a lot of times you'll reach out to us and my rebuttal is sending you one of these 3 emails to make sure you go to the right place. So I just wanted to point that out. You want to make sure everybody's plugged into the Shout app. That's our communication. You can see when our weekly calls are, where the Zoom link is, all the goodies. But in guide number 2, you'll want to click on this. I'm not going to do that right now, but there's a growth path and then there's an accelerated path. Accelerated just is condensing time. Growth is at your own page. It's the same information in both lanes. You just pick your lane and go. But again, the first 4 videos is a must within your first 24 hours, and then report to the person that enrolled you, because we do have an incredible duplication system to get you in the pool 2 in your first 30 days. So you get in the fast start pool, which is 2+. We have an amazing peak and pass system. We have a great business celebration model that we'll talk more about here shortly. All right. One other update and announcement before I turn it over to our first speaker is our DMO Power Hours. For those of you that are brand new, every day, Monday through Friday, I show up, my leaders show up. We do what's called a DMO, which stands for Daily Method of Operation Power Hour. It's the activity that you need to do in order to gain the results that you're looking for. We normally do this at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We're changing the time. So if you hear my voice, I'm going to have you put in the chat so I know you hear me what we're doing. We're going to go from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So what time is the new Power Hour starting Monday? Throw it in the chat so we all got it. It's 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Love it. And also next week, I will be in Arizona. So if you're in Arizona or you know people in Arizona, Tuesday night, Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Arizona time. And so you have to check your local listings as far as what time zone that is for you. I will be doing business celebrations / presentations at 2 separate restaurants. We're working on a 3rd location for Thursday. We will put those, we'll announce that over the weekend in the Shout app as far as locations. We'll create events in the Facebook group. But even if you're not there, go on your Facebook, go see who's in Arizona. Do a post this weekend. Hey, who are my friends in Arizona? Drop a comment below. I got a question for you about Arizona. And start marketing and figuring out who you know and load up those rooms, because I promise you the people in that room have a very, very, very high chance of getting started with us in the weeks to come. And if things go as the way I believe they'll go, I'll end up staying another 2 or 3 weeks, and I got a one-way ticket out there. So those are the quick housekeeping updates, announcements. Jake, myself, and Bart are very, very passionate about delivering the best of the best first class. There's a lot of owners out there that are okay with average and mediocre. That's unacceptable to us. I just want you guys to know that first and foremost, we are not, we're not into average or acceptable. We're into perfection. And Jake has been working behind the scenes day and night, early and late, to really fine tune and understand the value of our product that we have, but also some other pretty darn exciting things around our products and announcements. So I'm going to turn it over to my partner in crime. We're going to pin him. So we're going to spotlight him for everybody. Give it up for Mr. Levarti himself. I love the hat. I love the lighting. You're like a professional today, Mr. Jake Kevorkian.
Yeah, by the way, thank you, DJ, for the lighting. Check this out, guys. This is what DJ sent me as my little gift. He got tired of me talking in the dark here, so we're all good. I'm set up like a real pro now. So like DJ said, we've been working really, really hard on our product is, we want to make this the absolute best product we possibly can. And part of making it the best product we can and positioning it the right way to our customers and our prospects is for all of us to have the proper expectation. And I want to and I've talked about this in the weeks past, and I'll probably continue to talk about it because we always have new people that are joining Levarti. But the first thing is the restaurant.com card is not our product. Okay, that is not what we want to focus on. We want to focus on our 3 product offerings. The restaurant.com gift card is a bonus. Okay, it is an extra bonus, the cherry on top. It's an, oh, by the way. Okay, does that make sense? We don't want to put all the focus on that because, listen, there's over 10,000 restaurants on restaurant.com. There's a lot of options on there. And again, they're all mom and pop, individually owned, family owned restaurants that restaurant.com is trying to support. You're not going to find an Outback or a Carrabba's or Fleming's or anything like that. It's just, that's not the model. The model is support the small business owner. That was the vision of restaurant.com from the very beginning. So understand that. Listen, even though there's 10,000 restaurants, there are some small communities in this country where you might not have an option. Okay, the closest option may be an hour away. All right, I cannot change that, but just understand these cards are transferable. You can save them up. You can take them with you when you travel. So just understand that's what it is, and don't try to oversell, and certainly do not make the gift card the issue. It's not. In fact, you'll notice we're going to be talking about it less and less and less in our presentations. I would rather someone get that card after they've enrolled and go, wow, this is cool. I didn't even know it was coming. Okay. So the proper expectation with the gift card. Now let's talk about the travel portal. That is our product. Okay. That is what we are continuously working on, fine tuning, understanding, and just as DJ continues to say, he and Bart and myself, we all want to deliver the absolute best product. But again, it's about proper expectation. I have spent probably 10 hours in the last week with our travel partners, really understanding the site, the offer, how it works, where they're pulling this inventory from, and so forth. And here's what I want to say, guys. When it comes to price, and you're going to get full transparency from us. We've said from the very beginning, I've said many, many times, you will always get the truth from us. You're going to hear other travel apps perhaps just say that we've got the best price all the time. Okay. We just guarantee we always 100% have the best price. I'm here to tell you the way this game works, that is impossible. Okay. There is no single app, whether it's a free app or a paid subscription, certainly not a free app, but even a paid subscription travel app that is going to have the best price 100% of the time. We will have the best price between 80 and 90% of the time. All right. Between 80 and 90% of the time. And there's several reasons why occasionally that we will get beat. And I'll talk about those in a little bit, just in a second here. So you understand those just in your mind. This is not something you need to talk to a prospect about. We just want you to understand the way it really, truly is. We're going to beat everybody 80, 90% of the time. We're not going to beat everybody 100% of the time. It's just not going to happen. Not us or anybody else. So that is the reason we have the 110% price guarantee. So it takes that conversation off the table. So here's what I want to suggest to you. If you're ever looking for a hotel on our website and you go to the website, and let's just say, I'm going to use a real example because DJ booked a room in Dallas for this upcoming weekend for the Jason Aldean concert. Okay. By the way, I'll be in Dallas as well. So maybe we'll get together and watch some country music together. But when he went to the website and booked a room in Dallas, I think at the Westin, am I right? And as he was looking around, he found the same hotel, same room, same offer, everything on another site for $5 less. $5. Okay. So here's what I suggest you do if that happens. There's two things you can do. If that happens, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why that could happen once in a while, but if it does, you've got two options. You can book that hotel if you absolutely have to stay there. That's cool. I get it. A lot of times we're traveling in a group or we're at an event or we're at a conference and you have to stay at a specific property. If that's the case, go ahead and book it. And if it's a true comparison, it's the same room, same date, same hotel, all that stuff, submit it to us and we will refund you the difference of the price plus 10%. It's 110% price guarantee. So do you guys understand that even though we may not be able to beat everybody 100% of the time, if you find the rare occasion that we don't and you submit it to us, you're going to get 110% price guarantee. So we still are going to take care of that issue for you. You're still going to know that you're going to get the absolute best price. In fact, if you book it there and go through us, you're going to get the difference in price plus 10%. So let's just understand, if you see a price somewhere that's different and it really is a true comparison, don't freak out. Just book it if you have to book it, and then we will refund you the difference. Now, here's what I'm going to suggest you do. If you're going, let's just use the example of DJ. He's going to Dallas. He's going to this concert. He's looking at the Westin Hotel. It was a good location for where he's going to be. He found it somewhere else for 5% less. He can go onto the site, and this is what I would suggest you do. Go onto the site, find that geographic location where you need to be. And if it's a 4-star hotel you're looking for, or a 5-star hotel you're looking for, or a 3-star hotel, just search that area. And chances are you're going to find another property that's equally as nice or better for a much better price, because it comes down to inventory, right? And there's a couple different ways that we can occasionally be beat. The first way is if that Westin property that DJ's staying at in Dallas, if they decide that they want to run a special themselves, I'm talking about that specific hotel on their website, we cannot control that. Okay. We cannot control that hotel running a special and selling inventory below wholesale. It happens. But what I would suggest, again, you got two options. Book it. We'll refund the difference in price plus 10%, or go in that same geographic location, look around, find a comparable property that you can actually probably save a whole lot more on. Okay. But, again, let's talk about a couple of things. The number one reason is a hotel running a special that we can't control. Another possible reason is we've got two gigantic players in this industry, right? Two gigantic players, Expedia and Booking, and the Booking organization. These guys are on the wholesale and the retail side both. You understand this? They have wholesale platforms that we actually pull inventory from. So they're selling inventory wholesale and they're selling it essentially for retail on their app. If one of these companies has a certain geographic location where they have an unusually amount of extra inventory, they could go in and they could drop that price below wholesale. We can't buy it below wholesale. And that's not going to happen very often. Again, 80 to 90% of the time, we're going to beat everybody. But if Expedia or Bookings drops a property below wholesale, we cannot control that. All we can do is offer our price guarantee. So we feel confident enough in the product that we know that it's going to beat everybody enough of the time that we're willing to offer that 110% price guarantee. And the fact is, guys, just think about it. If you're getting 110%, if you're getting the difference in price back plus 10%, didn't you still get the best price? I mean, didn't you still plus 10%, right? So let's just not get too focused on that. And let's not go out and oversell this. Let's not go out and tell people that 100% of the time you're going to find a better rate. Let's be honest with people. Let's be real with people, and let's show them how to either search for a different property where they can get a much better price, or if they have to stay at that particular property, go ahead and use the price guarantee. But again, we want absolute full transparency in everything that we do with this site. And and DJ sort of, he calls it mumbling, right? He sort of mumbled there for a minute. I don't know if you guys caught it, about how we are making some extremely exciting things that we're looking at, some enhancements we're looking at, that I believe we're right in the middle of vetting out and negotiating with some people. But I would say in the next 2 to 4 weeks, somewhere in that time frame, you guys we're gonna be able to share some information with you regarding the product that's absolutely gonna make your head explode. I'm telling you, if we can pull together what we're working on right now, and Bart and DJ and myself have all been working on this for a couple of weeks now. If we can pull this together, I'm telling you guys right now, and this, I'm not overselling this, okay? We will have the best product offer I've ever, and I don't mean just in a travel direct sales company. I'm telling you, we will have the best product offer I personally have ever seen in my life. We're working on some stuff that's coming together that it's gonna blow your mind. And just keep in mind, we are in founders phase. We've said this all along. What you're looking at today with Levarti is the worst it'll ever be. It's going to get better every single day, and it's going to get a whole lot better in a very short period of time from now. So my suggestion is you go out, you work as hard as you can, let people know now's the time to be building. There's nobody, like, we have just over 1,000 people in this company. Nobody knows about Levarti right now. We have to go and let people know what we have. And I'm telling you, you get as many people as you can positioned in the next 2 to 3 weeks when we announce what we're working on. And you're going to be very, very, very excited. But when it comes to the product, the main thing, again, we at corporate, and I want you guys to hold us accountable. If you ever feel like there's something that doesn't make sense or something you question or whatever, you come to me, and we are going to be as truthful and authentic as we possibly can with our product, with our offer, with everything we're doing. But we would ask the same of you guys. Okay. We ask the same of you. Don't go oversell this product. Don't go oversell the restaurant.com product. Let's just, because here's the thing, you don't have to. What we have is great. What we have is great. We don't have to go oversell it. And again, the price issue, I get it. When you're paying a subscription, you want to know that you're going to get the absolute best price. If I'm downloading an app for free, I can't really expect to always, I can't expect to get the best price. When I'm paying for a subscription, like you guys are at Levarti, you should expect to get the lowest price. So if you, again, I'm just going to say this one last time. If you find that situation where we get beat, that 10 or 15, 20% of the time, whatever it is, that we cannot control, either A, find another property in that location that you're going to save a whole lot more on, or B, go ahead and book that property and we will take care of you on the back end with 110% price guarantee. So I'm just telling you guys, buckle up. The next couple of weeks are going to be very, very exciting. And when we finally get everything fine-tuned and put in place, and we come into the new year and we come into our conference at the end of February in Austin, Texas, you're going to see a completely different company than you do right now. And I think what we have right now is pretty amazing. And again, it's the worst it's ever going to be right now today. So with that, DJ, I'll turn it back over to you, buddy.
Thanks, man. One last thing, Jake, if you don't mind. You shared this with me the other day about how great our customer support is on the travel side, where if you do feel like you found a better deal where they can call. Can you share that in like a minute or two, that experience?
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that. Back to the price issue again. Okay. So again, DJ found the situation the other day when he was booking, where he booked the Westin and found it for, I think it was $5 less, right? $4 or $5 less. It wasn't much. Here's a third option you have when that happens. First option is book another property, just do it on your own. Second option is you can book that hotel you're looking at and submit for the price guarantee. Or here's probably the best option. I can't believe I forgot it. Thank you for reminding me. Is you can actually call customer service right then, and you can tell them, I'm booking this room And I just noticed on XYZ website over here that they have the exact same room for less money. The customer service person, as you're on the phone live, will pull it up. And if that is in fact the case, and it is less, just like you said, what they will do is they will book the hotel that you want to stay in right there with you live on the phone, and they will match their price. Okay. Let me reiterate that. If you find a room, you're going to Dallas, right? You're going to the Jason Aldean concert. You want to stay at the Westin. You pull up the Westin, you're looking around, you find it somewhere else for less. Pick up the phone, call customer service, tell them the website that you see it at. They will pull it up. And if in fact that's the case, if it really is a fair comparison, right? And it's the same room, same property, whatever, they will book it for you live on the phone, and they will match the price that you're looking at the other site. So again, the truth is we really do beat everybody 100% of the time if you follow through and work the program and submit for the price guarantee or call customer service or whatever. But you, about 80 to 90% of the time, you're not even going to have to worry about that. Wherever you are pulling it up, we're going to beat everybody's price most of the time anyway. But there are options in place if we don't, to assure, again, that our customers, you, me, and all of our customers get the absolute guaranteed lowest price. So thank you for reminding me of that, DJ. And thank you for the light, buddy. It's really awesome. It's a little hot, but I like it.
You get a tan that way.
Yeah, now we've got to get Bart one. We got to get Bart a light.
Tan, right?
Bart needs a light.
Yeah, Bart's next once he upgrades to premium. All right, so all right, guys. So give some ones for Jake. I want to give you guys those updates. We got plenty more. You know, the only thing I'll say about what's to come is we could literally run this company to 1 million subscribers with what we're launching in the weeks to come, in addition to what we already have. You will be more than excited. You will get anxiety because you won't even know who to call first. That's how exciting this is, what we have going on. But let's switch gears. We've got an incredible training by an incredible individual who is working tirelessly behind the scenes day and night. She is a perfectionist. You all know her. You all love her. The last company she was in when I first met her, she built it to a 6-figure income, being a full-time mom, running the household, going to college with a simple system called a 3x3 system. And she's going to teach that over the next 3 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. But over the next 10 minutes or so. And so give her the attention. How many of you guys want to climb to the highest levels you possibly can in the shortest period of time and condensed time, but you're busy? Life is crazy. You got family, you got church, you got work, you got to take care of your husbands, your spouses, your kids, whatever that may be, but you don't want to be left behind. This is the next 10 minutes that is incredibly crucial. And then I'll come back on and wrap it up, but give it up for Miss Korrine Carrera.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, he told me I had 10 minutes, 5 minutes before this call started. I said it would have been good to know that yesterday before I got all my slides ready for you guys. But he is correct. So I actually looked back recently because I was really curious. I knew that this journey in network marketing kind of started at the same time. And I had never worked from home before. I had never done anything home-based business, anything related, until the company that I was with previously. And I actually started my business and I started my master's degree the same week. That was all while I was working in ministry, which those who might know ministry or nonprofit of any kind, if you're part-time, you're full-time. If you're full-time, you're full-time and a half. Okay. So, and I have 5 kids. So the reality is that I was a little busy, right? And I wasn't quite sure how to make it happen. But one thing that I knew was that I had something in my hands that the world had to have. And that, like I said, that was the first company I've ever been with. This travel is the second. So I am not some type of like guru who's been in the business for years. I am actually a baby compared to these guys. They are the pros. But I will tell you that I knew that I had a gift and I knew that it had to be shared. So I figured out how to make it happen in a little bit of time that I had. And that was when I was introduced and really took hold of something called the 3x3x3. And I want to give you guys just a little overview of the vision behind it. Okay. And what are really the components? So you're going to learn what the actual 3x3x3 is, but this is really the goodness behind the 3x3. It's adding value, it's connection, and it's inviting. It's really that simple. So I'm going to break this down into some tactical action steps for you guys, but I wanted you to know that behind those tactical action steps, this is really the basics. Again, just adding value, making connection, and then inviting. And you would be surprised as to how many people miss that last one. So let's just break this down, the 3x3x3. And to give you an example of what this did for me, DJ shared that it did help me grow to a 6-figure income in a very short period of time. But I want to actually put that into the scope of people and lives for you guys. Okay. So I personally, in that business, have helped 500 people, a little bit over 500 people transform their life. And when I say transform their life, I mean like mass transformation. Not only are their lives changed, but their children's lives are changed. And these are just like members, right? These are just people engaging with the plan that I'm sharing with them. Okay. However, this 3x3x3 led to, through the people that I then taught to do the very same thing, almost 10,000 lives. Okay. And those are 10,000 actual just lives of people who have used what we had to share with them. That doesn't include the lives that they impacted. So my one life changed my children's lives, right? So 10,000 lives, imagine how many lives, the domino effect, the ripple effect that happens. And it took place in the little bits of time that I had. It took place on my lunch breaks. It took place on my coffee breaks. It took place after my kids went to bed, in between writing papers and honestly traveling the world to do research projects. And the reason why this works is because it offers you consistency over time. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of something called the compound effect. It's when you do little bits, and over time, what might seem little in the moment builds upon each other and builds upon each other and builds upon each other. It also creates massive duplication. What we do gets duplicated. You guys, we can say all the things we want to say, but I have learned, not only from having children, but also from working with grown adults, that people don't listen to what we say. They watch what we do and they copy us. And what we do gets duplicated. So doing this has allowed me to show people that it can be done. And it also plays the system. So the method I'm going to actually teach you actually makes the algorithms and the systems that try to actually keep people like us who want to make the world better and disrupt multiple industries. We actually make those systems work for us without them even knowing it. It's actually quite a bit sneaky. So I'm going to go over the 3x3x3 with you and share with you what is this equation? What is this massive formula for growth? The first thing is that every single day, so this is something you're going to do every single day, you're going to put up 3 pieces of content. It could be a post, it could be a reel, it could be a live, but you're going to put up content on your wall. You want to think of it, this is your performance, right? If you're putting on a concert, this is the show. The content that you're putting up is the show. And you want to actually use like what I like to call the 80-20 rule, because social media these days is all about adding value. So about 80% of your content is about adding value, living your life out loud, showing people your face. You guys, people don't want to see your cats unless they really love cats. They really just want to see you, right? Add value, live your life out loud, have fun, be real, and introduce yourself to the world. And then about 20% of your content is about the gift that you have to offer. The reason why this formula works so well is because as you're building trust with people by adding value to their life, by sharing the places that you're going, right? Because of course, even in the 80%, you're tying in the things that we have to share with the world, right? You're having fun, you're letting people know that you're approachable. So when you share that 20% of the gift that we have to offer, they're going to feel comfortable coming to you to ask you more questions about it. They're going to feel comfortable and know that you're their go-to person. Okay. So the first 3 in the 3x3x3, this is a tactic that you're going to use every single day, is 3 pieces of content. Next is 3 what are called LCMs. Okay, this LCM stands for like, comment, message. And we're going to be giving you guys more in-depth trainings on this than when DJ told me I could only have 10 minutes 3 minutes ago. So you guys can really get to understand this. But the reason that this is so super powerful is because this is where we really play that trick on the algorithm. So if you know what the algorithm is, it's basically how Facebook or other social media platforms decide what you see when you open that app. I like to almost think of it like all those like numbers that flow up and down the screen on the matrix. That's kind of how I envision it in my mind, but it's really like a filter. The algorithm is a filter, and they decide what you see and when you see it based upon the things that you do and the people that you interact with. So where the LCMs come in such a powerful way is that basically when you pick a person, so you're going to pick one person, okay, from your Facebook friends, let's say, and you're going to go to their page and you're going to like something on their page. And then you're going to scroll down a little bit on that same page and you're going to comment on something on that page. Okay. And you're going to make it like a good comment. Don't just put like some emoji, like actually engage, right? Be a real human. And then you're going to go and you're going to message that individual. Okay. And this is all about connection. It's about building what we like to call KLT, know, like, and trust. I know I'm throwing all sorts of acronyms and formulas and numbers at you guys today, but you can watch the recording if you want to dig in a little bit more. So basically, when you like and you comment and you message, you are sending a message not only to the person that you're interacting with that you want to connect, but also to the algorithm that, oh my goodness, like these people like each other's stuff. They comment on each other's stuff. They even message each other and have conversation. These people must really want to see each other's stuff. And it's actually quite creepy, I'll be honest with you, when you start doing LCMs with people that you haven't regularly been interacting with on social media. All of a sudden, lo and behold, you're going to start to see more of their stuff on your newsfeed. It's crazy how that plays out and how that happens. When you message the person, because I know this is the step that a lot of people kind of have the most questions about. You're like, but what do I talk to them about? Like, I'm just going to slide up in their DMs. What am I supposed to say? It's so simple. You obviously start with a greeting. And then you reference something about them. People love making things about themselves, right? This is just human nature. So, and then you end with a question. So think of it like this. If it's somebody you haven't talked to in a hot minute and you decide you're going to do an LCM with them that day, you're going to slide up, you're going to like something on their page. You're going to comment on something on their page. You're going to slide up in their DMs. You're going to be like, hey, DJ, oh my gosh, it's been forever. We had so much fun in Cancun. Those are some of my favorite memories. How have you been? Y'all, it's that freaking simple. This is not about selling your product. This is about connection. Okay. So again, just to recap what we've done so far, 3 pieces of content a day, and then 3 LCMs a day. So 3 by 3. And then the last 3 that you're going to do is new connections. Y'all, we have to actually invite people to our concert, right? I talked about how putting up content is like having a concert, right? Doing the LCMs is like turning on your microphone and your speakers. There's no point in having a concert if you don't have anybody, that it can reach, right? You've got to market your concert. The connections, the new friends is like actually selling tickets. You got to sell tickets to the show, right? We've got to grow our friend list so people are actually falling in our algorithm that we can connect with. And I know, again, this is something where I hear this all the time, but like, I only know so many people. Like, who am I supposed to invite to be my friends? It's really simple. Go to your friends that you already are friends with and go to their friends list. Y'all, if you went to high school with them, I can guarantee you that there are people on their friend list that you didn't even know were on Facebook, that you knew from high school. I can guarantee you, if you go to somebody's friends list and you have 20 mutual friends in common with one of their friends, you probably know that person or came across them at some point in life. Facebook groups are also a great place to find new friends, to find new connections. You want to spend time in Facebook groups and get to know people and then invite them. Don't be the weirdo who like goes up and asks the girl out first time you ever met her, right? You want to actually get to know the person. So enjoy spending some time in Facebook groups and then invite people. And then, you know what? You can actually become friends with people that you meet out in our great, big, beautiful world. That's right. I have friended people that I have just met out because I had conversation with them and I enjoyed talking with them. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are so much fun to talk to. Are you on social media? I'd love to connect again. Okay, so we want to invite people to the show. And the reason why this 3x3x3 is so powerful at the end of the day is because you can truly do it on your absolutely terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. It takes all of like 20 minutes to make this happen. I am proof that it can be done. And I am proof that it has powerful impact for thousands and thousands of people, y'all. So we will dig into this a little bit more on another day. But this week, 3x3x3, we can all do it. And 90 days down the road, I can tell you guys, you're going to see the fruit. Have a great day, guys.
Awesome. Drop someone in the chats for Miss Korrine Carrera. The slides looked beautiful, by the way. Great job. I love them. And it's a good segue, guys, for me to transition to share a little tidbit with you. For those of you that have been plugging into the DMOs, you know, at the last half or the last 20 minutes, we've been doing quite a bit of training and recording them. And one of the things that we want to do is truly create the most robust, simple duplication machine that you've ever had your hands on. And we've got a lot of amazing people in here that are very quiet right now, that are professional trainers in our space that we're going to have step up and do some trainings for you above and beyond just what I do and what Korrine does. But before I dive into my piece, I do want to just show you one thing. If you guys go to guide 4 and you click this button here where it says training, it brings you to a landing page. And so if you want to figure out how to generate leads, which I'm going to share on my training, how I brought in over 700 personal customers, affiliates, or referral partners since December of 2017 in all my businesses over the last several years. But a lot of what I teach and what I did is in here, from mindset, and Korrine's going to be putting her 3x3 training, how to network, personal development, strategy, psychology, social media. There's absolutely no reason why you can't get to the level of success that you absolutely desire. Okay. And I will tell you, would you guys agree that there's more people in the world that you don't know than you do know? Okay. Now I'm going to jump into a training here that I really want you to grasp over the next 15 minutes and we'll wrap this thing up. But before I get into sharing with you how I put in those 700 sales from social media, by the way, 99% of those were cold market, people I've never met before. But I want to share a little vision with you guys to put your mind in the right headspace to really understand what you have your hands on with Levarti, because it's not what I said to those 700 people to get them in. It's the belief behind what I said to get them in. When I believe in something down to my core being, my family, my close friends know that I will share it with the world, and I don't care about their response. I don't care if they're as sold out as I am. All I care about is the activity, because I text my partners last night going, we got the damn cookie. I know with what we have, it's great. I know with what we're bringing out is going to be exceptional. We will have 6, 7, 8, and even 9-figure earners from other companies join our company when they see what we're launching in the next 2 to 4 weeks. It'll be the biggest bomb drop in the direct sales affiliate marketing space, period. Okay, just know that. But I want you to understand what we're doing at a corporate level to put gas on this fire in the months to come, because right now we're days away from having our app in the App Store, the Google Play Store. We're weeks away from having our travel portal integrated with our back office, because we know it's a little clunky. How many of you have been told by me, Jake, or leader that it's still not perfect, it's still a little clunky? We're very honest with that. And we're grateful for the learning experience along the way, because we know once it's smooth, we're going to appreciate it much better. But the people that joined during the pre-launch are leaders. They're visionaries. They see things before they actually happen. Not everybody's going to sign up right now. That's okay. You don't need everybody right now. Now, I will tell you, though, We are going to put major gas on this fire with or without any affiliates in Levarti. And I want you to understand what I mean by that. This is a very, very, very big time for you to position yourself in whatever pool you have the desire to get into, whether it's pool 1, 6, or 10. It doesn't matter to us. We love you equally. Your goals are your goals. Our goals are our goals. But I want you to understand what we're doing above and beyond just traditional affiliate marketing. Jake has a relationship with a gentleman that runs a group of about 2,500 influencers that is very excited to create a partnership with us and get their influencers promoting Levarti. However, we're waiting until our apps are in the App Store because you got one shot to, influencers have one shot to make a first impression when it comes to the masses like that, okay? Well, Jake also has an incredible relationship with one of the largest shareholders of restaurant.com. A lot of you guys know. And their interest, they have roughly 11 million people in their email database, 6 million engage on a monthly basis. They want to become an affiliate and promote our product to their database. Think about that for a minute, okay? Jake has a high school friend, as Bart does too. Their daughter, their kids were raised together, okay? That is inside of Facebook, okay? It's very hard to get a connection inside of Facebook, but she just so happens to be the lady in charge of the travel division of Facebook. And guess who her biggest client is? Expedia. About 10 million a month in marketing ads. And guess what her husband does? Creates the ad campaigns. And guess who's on Jake's speed dial all of a sudden? And so just know we're going to be doing some things that I really want you to understand before I go into this last training real quick. I'm going to share my screen with you guys to put something in perspective. I'm going to share my iPad screen and I'm going to scribble something for you guys. And I want you to understand what we have our hands on here. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when you guys can see my screen. We did this once before, so I believe we can do it again. All right, but let me just share something with you. Can you guys see my screen yet? Hold on a minute. I want you to understand, I'm going to draw something very simple and I'm going to put this into perspective for you. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Give me a thumbs up, Jake, if you can see my whiteboard. All right. So what I love about whiteboards, it's a blank canvas and you can literally create your entire vision and dream on this. But how many of you know what this is right here? Okay. Well, I got to turn on my pen. I should ask Jake how to use this. Hold on a minute. Now, how many of you know what this is? Drop it in the comments. Does anybody know what that is? Where's the comments? I got to go looking for the comments. Hold on a minute. It's an infinity. Yes. Okay. So I want to put something in perspective for a minute. Okay. For those of you that don't know what infinity is, it goes forever and it feeds the beast. It feeds each other. All right, so I want you to understand something, and Jake really pointed this out to me to really help me understand, is that most network marketing companies or direct sales companies, you don't want them to do public marketing because it's a direct conflict of interest to the field because you're in direct competition to the field. Do you guys understand that? In traditional pay plans, the old way of doing network marketing, you don't want your corporate to run ads and market and compete against you. You just don't want that. But with Levarti, you do. And here's why. Because we're not going to market for more affiliates. We already can go get affiliates through social media. There's billions of people for free to go talk to. But what we want to do, and just a side note, that the 48% of every dollar that we pay out to the field normally would go into marketing, traditional marketing, and we wouldn't even have an affiliate play. We would just take 48%, go spend money on Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, etc. Okay. But instead, we give it to the affiliates to go do the same job that those ads would do. But with Jake, myself, and Bart last week hanging out for a couple of days, we decided to reach into our pockets a little bit more and go above and beyond the 48% that we pay out to the field and put gas on this fire. We're going to do this in the months to come. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but it is coming in the very, very near future, where we are going to spend our money out above and beyond the 48%, and we are going to drive major revenue and volume into the revenue pools. Like, no matter what, with or without one affiliate doing anything, we are going to grow this company on a traditional side, but also with you as an affiliate side. So what does that mean? Well, if Levarti is the blue line here, and you and the affiliates are the green line, okay, just understand something. We're going to put volume into the pools. Then the affiliates are going to go do their best to get in whatever level of pools that you desire to get in, because you're going to see in the back office in the weeks to come how many people are in each pool, how much revenue is in each pool. You're going to see how much money you're making out of each pool. But my favorite part, how much money you're not making because you're not in the next pool. All right. I'm an A type. I'm a red. If I see I'm missing out on opportunity, DJ won't sleep. All right. I'm going to go chase that sucker. All right. So I want you to understand there's people like that here. So just know that if I was just building in the trenches, not doing, owner and builder, I would make sure that I am in the highest pool that I possibly can get and that I desire before we pull the ripcord on what we're about to do and unleash the beast. All right, because we are going to unleash the beast, knowing with the products that we're launching in the weeks to come. And then on top of that, we do these ads and everything that we're doing. And then all of the affiliates are going to be just racing to put themselves in a mass position to win so they don't miss out. Do you guys understand the power of what I just shared with you guys? Because no matter what, we will get to 1 million members in Levarti in the first 10 years of doing this. All you have to do is your part. What's your part? Go get personal customers. And if they want to upgrade to an affiliate, great. If not, no big deal. But I really wanted to get you on the level of my mindset of where we're going with the influencers, the restaurant relationship, with the ads relationship. And I also want to point out to you that, Bart made a very good point when we were hanging out the other day. It's like, we're going to beat the prices, like Jake said, the majority of the time. The other time, you're going to actually get 110% money back guarantee or price match guarantee. So you're going to win no matter what. But at the end of the day, whether you all travel, we all travel. And this year alone, the Expedia group, the booking group, all those made online publications, they netted after take-home money $3.4 billion. And so all we're doing is taking that money and bringing it into our own ecosystem. So when we say we want to disrupt the travel industry, we're never going to get rid of Expedia or Booking.com. They're a giant. But what we are going to do is just disrupt some of their net profits and bring it into Levarti for us, for you, because we're going to create the stickiness. We're going to create the curated trips, right? We're going to have the mastermind theme retreats around sports, fitness, volunteerism, giving back, right? Social media, influencer retreats, all the stuff that we're doing. People want to know what makes you different than every other travel company. One, it's our heart, it's our passion, our vision, our mindset, but our core systems, our tools, our relationships, but our comp plan that just is solving the 65-year-old problem. So when I talk about vision and mission, I'm getting the buy-in from people on the phone where I explain to them that Levarti is the largest cruise ship at sea, and all the other companies in our profession is like the Titanic. They have some holes in their systems. They have some holes in their leadership. They have some holes in their culture. They have some holes in their product. They have holes in their comp plan. And we're out there saving the world and saying, hey, there's a better way. Come take a look at our cruise ship and come on and see what's going on with this big Levarti party on this mega yacht out in the ocean. And it's like that show with the comedian show where the couples retreats where they all wanted to go to that other island. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And it's like, that's Levarti, by the way, okay? You're not gonna wanna leave Levarti because there's gonna be families that meet on Levarti trips that are gonna become lifelong friends. There's gonna be people that meet their spouse or their next spouse, whatever it might be, on a Levarti trip, all right? There's gonna have kids that meet other kids that literally will create lifelong friends on Levarti trips, okay? So I wanted to start with the vision side of what we're doing so you can understand that I'm not selling savings, because if I sell savings, people will leave for savings. I am selling culture, value, mission, disruption, solving a 65-year-old problem. We're moving the lead. One of the biggest pet peeves I've had is that there's more failure rate than success rate in side hustles. And our mission is to move the needle. Our mission is to move the needle to have more people have success than failure. That is my mission. That is Jake's mission. That is Bart's mission. And our audience around is you, our products, our partnerships, and we're always making it better. So how did I get 700 sales? I'll tell you in 3 minutes or less. I shared my passion, I shared my vision, and I let people know where I'm going before I got there, and I gave them an opportunity to come with. All I did is I flipped more cards looking for aces faster, stronger, quicker than anybody else. Every day I do my DMO. I wish people happy birthday. I engage with 10 people in story posts. I engage on their public posts. I'm going through the A to Z in all my channels on social media. I'm going through my phone. I'm acting as a updater. I'm a connector. I'm putting my feelers out there. I'm networking. I'm asking people if they're open. I don't pitch unless they're open, but I'm putting my feelers out. So if I was reaching out to Christina, I see Christina Mitchell on here. How are you? And if I reach out to Christina, I've already wished her happy birthday. I've already offered value. All I said is things like this. Hey, Christina, I know we don't know each other very well yet, which means implying I'm going to know you soon, okay? Psychology. But so I don't know if you'd be open to what I'm doing or not, but I'm actually in charge of global expansion for a brand new company. I'm putting my feelers out there. I'm networking, I'm connecting. Who do you know that would love to create a side hustle income, promoting a technology and a system that's absolutely disrupting the online and home-based business industry? Who comes to mind? I'm not even asking her, but I mumble. I don't know if you'd be, I know we don't know each other very well yet, so I don't know if you would be open or not, but I'm more curious on who do you know that would love to make some extra money in a side hustle if we teach them how to do it. I'm putting my feelers out there. I'm networking, I'm connecting. We have a technology and a system that's disrupting the home-based business industry and the affiliate marketing space. Who comes to mind? Like literally act as if you're an appointment setter. You know, when I had a solar company, I had setters and we were closers. I had people that set up appointments. I came in and closed shop and we kicked ass and took major names, all right? So the same psychology in that is here. That's why if you go through the first 4 videos of the launch system is build your list. We teach you how to build a list, back to the basics. We teach you how to talk to your A-listers and your generals. We teach you how to peak and pass, and we teach you how to set up a business celebration without being weird. Like those are the 4 basic steps. If you haven't done that, I highly suggest you do that. But all I did, guys, is I went into Facebook groups. I went into followed specific hashtags. I did the welcome committee marketing. I went through A to Z, fall and spring cleanup. Everybody I saw in my social media feed that liked, shared, commented. Hey, Joe, I saw you just pop up on my feed. I thought I'd reach out, say hi, what's new? Or, hey, thanks for the love on my previous post. Were you just being supportive? Or are you actually interested in what it is that I do? I did a post last week talking about a side hustle, making an extra $500 to $1,000 without recruiting. I had 20 exposures in 24 hours. You know what I said? Hey, thanks for the love on my post. Were you just being supportive? Or are you actually interested in what we're doing to make some extra money without having to recruit big sales teams? No, I'm interested, and I was being supportive. And we signed people up all last week. It's unbelievable how this stuff works, guys. But all I did is I put myself, I am just the messenger. not the message. I don't care about the outcome. I don't care about what people say. They're not paying my bills. They're not paying my groceries. They're not sending my kids to college. They're not helping me retire. They're not helping me buy real estate. They're not fulfilling my dreams. I don't care. When you stop caring about the outcome and you stop caring about what people say, you will get rich. I'm telling you, when you stop caring about get your feelings out of the way. Your feelings and your dreams don't care about one another. All right. And so if you're not willing to do the deal, just be a member. Go on the trips with us. Go on the curated trips. Hang out in our community. But don't get frustrated at yourself if you're afraid to do a reel, if you're afraid to pick up the phone, if you're afraid to get in action. That's okay. I love you just as much as someone that goes to pool 10. Because I want to hang out on a trip with you. I would rather have 10,000 people afraid to do everything, but be a member and travel and use our benefits and perks and create memories and experiences that last a lifetime than anything. So just know you're equally valuable to the Levarti family if all you want to do is hang out, because we're a cool boat yacht to hang out on. We're the Levarti party, all right? So just know all of these trainings that I just talked about are on the training page. You want to know how to do the welcome committee training? Go watch the video. You want to know how to do the hashtag marketing or the Facebook group marketing? Go watch the video. You want to know how to do spring and fall cleaning? Watch the video. You want to know the 3x3? We're going to edit this and post that in there. We're going to be doing the ATM training. We've got other leaders. A lot of you guys know I work at the Higdon Group. We have other Higdon coaches that are very quiet in here right now that are going to get very loud soon, because we're going to have them do some trainings so they just don't hear from me and Korrine and Sloppy and Jake all the time. So just know that where we're going, understand the vision, okay? Know we're going to put gas on the fire. No, we've got the best damn cookie in the world. All right. We're going to make every product better, whether it's Coach, Premium, International, and the one I can't tell you about today. All right. But just know all of those are coming. All right. Now I have one last question, and I'm going to save the rest for later. So understand this. Right now, we have less than 1,000 affiliates. There's only 24 hours in a day. I'm not saying this to be arrogant. Get the message. All right, Jake and I have the same schedule as you do, the same amount of hours. I prayed to God the other day to give me 36 hours instead of 24, and he hasn't answered yet in a day. But just know we all have 24 hours in a day. So a lot of you have access to my schedule, my calendar. So it's first come, first serve. While we're small still, you can leverage Jake, Bart, DJ to do your business celebrations, to do your three-way calls, to do, get us on the phone with your A-listers, your generals, your 10s, your 9s, your 8s, because as we get bigger, there's going to be more people competing for those time slots. We are in the trenches. I tell you this all the time, that I am more excited to be on a three-way call, a Zoom presentation, or a call with you than sitting on a corporate call with my partners and our tech guys. No disrespect to my partners. I rather have the shovel, get the blisters, and dig with you guys. That's what I love to do. That's why I got a one-way ticket to Arizona. I told my wife I'll be back at least by your birthday, which is in November, but I'm going in the trenches. Then after her birthday, I'm going in the trenches to other cities, other states, and other countries to go build a legacy company. And I just want to know who's coming with. That's all I want to know, is who's coming with us. All right. Now, last but not least, I'm going to put a poll on here because Jake, myself, and some folks are setting up our first vacations, but I just want you to, Korrine, can you go to polls? I think you're logged in as my account, and pull up the poll for me. It won't let me. And we have a poll, and in there are 4 options. I want you to pick. I can't see who picks them. She can't see who picks them, but we just want to get an idea as we're preparing for our first couple trips. Can you pull it up, Korrine? All right, pull it up on the screen.
It's up. They're voting.
I can't even see it. Okay, good. I can't. Why can't I see it? Did I get kicked out of my own company? Did I get boxed, Jake?
Well, you only gave me
going
2
on here?
kids, so I kicked you
No,
out.
you're still here.
All right.
We
So
just
here's
can't
the,
see you. We're looking at the poll in front of you. You're good.
all right. So Korrine, we'll leave the poll up for about 30 seconds. Everybody vote. There's over 100 people on here. We should have over 100 votes. Your vote does matter. And then she'll stop the vote, and she will then share it with everybody, the results, so you guys can see. She'll let me know. But just know, guys, we have your best interest at heart. And I say this very confidently. If you can't make money with Levarti, you will not make money anywhere else. There's no way that you can go try to build a binary, unilevel, matrix, this, that, the other, go chase legs and, you know, run around in circles and go do all that stuff. When we have the most sexiest product, we have the most robust compensation plan. It is unbelievable. Some people can't see the poll. So here's the questions. Do you prefer, if you had a wish list, to go to either A, the Dominican Republic, B, Jamaica, C, a cruise, or D, Cancun? Put it in the chat so we can see. All right, that's the 4 questions. Feel free to drop it in the chats. Just one answer is all you get. All of them, I get it. We'll do them all, trust me, all the above. All right, so you guys can get an idea, Jake, of what's coming in, because I can't see it, guys. So
I'm
here's
getting outvoted.
What's that?
I'm getting outvoted over here.
Well, you guys will have to let me know the answers. So first and foremost, guys, just know that every week we have more progress on our back office. Our front end marketing app is ready to go. We're just waiting on our marketing team to finish the scripting, the B-roll, the voiceover, the music, which they were waiting on us because of the updates and on our products that we're doing. So we had to pause a couple things to be able to go a lot faster, stronger. I see a lot of cruises. And so just know, guys, we appreciate your patience. All I can tell you right now is this is the best time to go get your A-listers in, your generals in, and go put yourself in the highest pool you desire to get in. Because when we have the apps ready and everything's fine-tuned in the next 30 days or less, I'm telling you, all the things I shared around the vision will be coming true with the influencers, with the ads, with restaurant.com, with many other resources that I haven't even shared with you guys yet. So you just don't want to be left behind. You don't want to miss out on what's about to come. So just go put yourself in the pools and get ready to have the best run of your life, guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. I'm heading up to Dallas. You guys kick some butt this weekend. Let us know what we can do. Finish strong. And Jake, Bart, I appreciate each and every one of you. Korrine, great job today on the training. We'll get that edited and in the training page. Take care, guys.